Strawberries are one of my favorite plants to grow, and I'm sure they're your favorite plant too. For a few reasons. One, they're just delicious, they're very easy to grow, and the best part is, they come back year after year. Now, like I said, strawberries are perennial, they come back every year. And they will self-propagate themselves by sending out runners and establishing new plants. And this is a great example of this. This strawberry plant is 3 years old. And it survived in this bucket at my parents' house for 2 years. And this was actually part of my first garden. So it's actually really good to see these guys still kicking. And hopefully I can get some fruit out of them this year. But they may be too old, we'll see. Now there's a few different things you need to know about strawberries. You got your two main types. You got June bearing and ever bearing. Like the name says, June bearing strawberries will only have a flush of fruit in June, but that flush of fruit will be way sweeter and way juicier and the berries will be way bigger. Now you can also get ever bearing strawberries, which is what I have right here, where you'll get multiple flushes of fruit throughout the season. And I've chosen that just because I'd prefer to have more strawberries than better strawberries, because I love strawberries and I want to eat as many as possible. Now there are also wild strawberries, which what I have growing in these trays right here. And I grew these from seed, and they took about 3 months to get to this point right here. I think it's about time that they flew the roost, and I'm gonna start planting them out around the property and see how they do. I have another tray just in case. Now there are a few different ways you can grow strawberries. You can either grow them from seed, which I would not recommend. They take forever to germinate and forever to grow to a decent size. You go to a nursery and get starts, which is a very popular way of doing it. Just get a flush of strawberries, throw them wherever, and have a great time. But the third way is to get bare root strawberries. These are dormant plants that you just have to awaken with a little bit of water. So I have 3 different varieties here. I have Eversweet, White Carolina, and Ozark Beauty. And I chose these varieties because they grow pretty well in my zone. But I'm not sure about the White Carolina. I never grew those before. Really want to try them out. They're supposed to have like a pineapple-y flavor to them. So let's soak these in some water and let's get planting. Alright, so I got my bucket of water here. I'm about to start unpacking these and throwing them in here to soak for about 30 minutes. So you can see, these actually already started to sprout. Pretty good sign. Now I'm just gonna throw all these into one bucket. They're all ever-bearing variety, so I'm gonna be pruning them the same. And the White Carolina, it even recommends that you plant them in between other strawberry varieties to help with their pollination. So I'm not gonna be too cautious about, getting them all even and marked. So as you can see, each of these little things is an individual strawberry plant. We got the crown right here, and of course the roots. So we're gonna let that soak and wake up again. Alright, so the bare roots have been soaked. They're nice and full of water and ready to go. So I've already prepped this bed. It's just a very simple raised bed mix. I got some Espoma's berry tone buried throughout it, and I'm gonna be putting more in each planting hole as I go. Now let's get into the proper way to plant a bare root.
Alright, so here we have our bare root strawberry. Now you can see there's a few different components to it. We got the roots, obviously, right here. We have the crown, and this is where all the new growth is coming out of, as you can see. And we pretty much want to bury the root up to the crown. We do not want to bury the crown because that could cause a lot of issues with the plant later in its life. So we're just gonna kind of dig a hole real quick. And key part, get a little bit of soil, kind of make a little mound in the middle of your hole. Some of the straw out of the way. And you kind of want to fan the roots out and plant it, like lay them around that hole, that mound you created in the center. So that way, when you backfill, making sure to keep the root, the crown, above the soil line, that the roots have a nice spread out structure, and that will result in a healthier overall plant.
All right, we're all planted up. I still have a lot of root strawberries left. I didn't have enough space in this bed to put all of them. So I'm just gonna start scattering them around the property in different places. But I'm excited to see how this will turn out in about a month or two. See if it's thriving and full of delicious berries. All right guys, that's the video. I hope you guys learned something. I'm very excited to see how this turns out. I've never planted bare roots before, and I haven't dedicated a whole big area like this just to strawberries, so I'm very excited. So I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you learned something. And remember, if you liked the video, please like. If you have any comments or critiques, please let me know. And until next time, keep growing.